In this video, I would like to show you 3 setups that I built that work perfectly for me, and maybe one of them is enough for you in your case, in your shooting scenarios. So I call them handheld rig, top handle audio rig, and the gimbal rig. So let's start with just the bare bones, most simple rig. I'm just gonna show you real quick how you can switch from one to another. This rig is good if you're not recording audio and you need your monitor right really close to the camera, and you should not be covering the screen here. I'm using this Portkeys monitor. I believe it's BM5 3rd generation. This monitor works with the camera, and touchscreen controls also work controlling the camera. So you can control your aperture, shutter speed, ISO. You can even control the focus. It's not as good as I thought. For example, when you do the focus, it does not really show the little square, so it will still focus on where you pointed, but the square of the focus will show on a screen here. And also the touchscreen is not as responsive as, for example, on the iPhone. It's more like old Samsung tablets, if you know what I mean. But this monitor is still really good because it's super bright and it has SDI output, so it works really good with this camera. One thing I would recommend right off the bat, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. By the way, all the accessories I'm going to list in the description of this video. So I've been using this small rig, I don't know, this been here forever. They suck because they never have like adjustable positions. You either have to screw it in like crazy and make sure it doesn't fall off, and over time it just like loosens, and that's all. And you cannot like spin it around, and it just kind of sucks. I never liked it. Hilti has this NATO clamp mount for the monitor. It is amazing. I believe it's under $40, and what's good about it is, first of all, I love NATO clamps, so I have just this simple accessory here on red on top. It's made by Blue, and it just sits on top, 2 screws, done. So this is the NATO mount. When you have NATO compatible accessories, you can just clamp in your monitor, so it slides in just like that, and all you have to do is just clamp it back in here. It's done. It sits here perfect. Now you can adjust it as much as you want. So let's say I like this angle, right? You can tighten it and it's done. It's not gonna move or wobble like crazy. And also the best thing is you can tighten the rotation of the monitor super easy, and it will stay as you rotate it. So for example, if I wanna vlog on this camera, you can rotate it as simple as this, and it's already pointing my direction. It's super easy. So it does not unscrew, but it just rotates around and stays like that, which I really like. I like also these RED accessories. I bought these actually from MPB. It's a website that you can buy used gear from. So instead of paying like, I don't know, crazy amount of money, I paid 50% off. I like these because let's say if I want to mount the camera somewhere quickly, let's say on a bike, let's say if I'm shooting a moving subject or a car, or I want to hard mount it, I can mount these on the side, right? And once I tighten this here, I can mount other accessories, like a speed rail here, right? That could potentially clamp to a bike, or maybe suction cup to a car. So instead of like mounting directly to a camera, damaging potentially the body, I have these sticking out, and they work for me as handles and also as my gripping points if I want to attach the camera to somewhere or to some subject and have really cool creative hard mount shots. I got 2 of these. If I want to take one out, I can take it off and maybe potentially have something else on the side, right? So what if you need a handle and also you need to record audio? Super simple solution. You have this small rig, I believe it's like $20, top handle. It works really good with this setup because it also has a NATO clamp mount. So all you do, you just slide this out and slide this in. It is so easy. This guy is kind of nice because you can push it all the way to the side so you don't cover the monitor much, right? So your monitor is here and it's not like on your way, so you can still see things that you're doing. Once you have this, then the mic can just go around, plug in here, and then you have your microphone top handle rig. As simple as that. You can still mount your monitor, but you will have to be using one of these clamps, which, like I said, I hate. I have to find a better solution. This has a better grip for the monitor because it has these additional points here, so they go into the monitor and they don't wobble around. This one doesn't have those 2. Maybe they already have a better version. I just have to look it up. Maybe you guys can recommend me something. But for now, this is what I'm using to mount this monitor. into this top handle rig. So let's say if I want to connect it here, now I have the monitor sitting here, right? I did not use the V-mount batteries. See, I hate this thing, but it is what it is. So you have to tighten it pretty good and then make sure it doesn't fall off. And then you only have one position it's gonna sit. Once you have it all comfortable, it's just gonna stay. You gotta make sure to follow the protocol of the SDI cables. So last one in, first one out, to make sure everything's on. So when the monitor turns on, then you can plug this guy in. And then when you're done filming, you gotta unplug this first from the monitor and then unplug it from the body itself. When you're done filming, you pull this out, that's all. Now, I'm not using V-mount batteries for this rig, even though I would love to. That way I would not have to go through this extra battery setup here. Would not have an extra weight, just have one big battery. But the reason I'm not doing that, and correct me if I'm wrong, is because I read a lot of reviews that saying that there is not like an original setup that you can rig your camera. So let's say the one that Tilta sells, it would throw you off sometimes, so I wouldn't want to mess with that. I rather keep my RED batteries and swap them out if I need to, and just have a separate monitor battery here, and I would be okay with that. I still use the Ronin RS2. I skipped the RS3 and 4. Maybe I'm due for an update, but let me show you how this one works. It's pretty simple. I have this accessory here. It is also a NATO mount clamp. You can tell I like these things. It is also from Small Rig, and I believe it was $20 or so. Again, I'm going to list these accessories in the description so you can check them out for yourself. I like to have just one battery when I'm shooting on the gimbal. That way the weight is a little bit less. So I usually keep just one battery and swap them out if I need to. So let's take this one out, right? And let's throw it on the gimbal. It does get real close to the back, but it will not hit it if you just film it straight, right? This is the clearance we have on RS2. It is almost impossible to use this without the monitor, so you have to have a monitor. The only difference is you have to do it backwards, because if you have the screen here on top, it's going to be on the way of the camera movement, right? So you just mount it here at the bottom. There's like a little tip here, you gotta press it first. It's like a little safety pin. Once it's in, it's going to slide, and the pin protects it from falling off. But you can slide it down, lock it, and then you have the monitor down here. And again, it's super smooth movement up and down. So if you want like your low angle underslung movement, here it is. It's just like super nice and smooth. I'm telling you, this accessory from Tilta is the best for the monitors. And one last thing you're gonna have to do in the monitor settings, you're gonna have to flip the actual screen upside down, because now we have the screen upside down. So you would view all your settings correctly, right? This is the setup and this is the clearance we have. So let's say if we move in the camera like this, right? Here it is. That's the setup. And then let's say if I need a lower angle, there it is. I would compare it to the weight of C70. I wouldn't say it's heavier and I wouldn't say it's lighter. You could also mount your microphone the same way here. So all you gotta do is mount it right here. It is pretty nice, especially the length of the cable. So if you're filming just like this, it's gonna be fine. So the rotation is actually pretty good. But then when you move the camera down, your microphone is pointing down, which kind of makes no sense. So the only usable case is like this, which is actually pretty nice, because your monitor's here, your microphone here, the cable is like exact length, so nothing extra. So this is a pretty good setup, maybe for like an interview shot or something, right? Also, a potential use case could be, instead of mounting this microphone, you could have like a lavalier mic, right? Same mount that goes over here, you will install it here, right? It's not on the way in any way. Make sure it's tight. Have the actual microphone attached to a person's chest, and then have this microphone over here. So now we have this cable wrapped around pretty nice. Again, it's not on the way. It doesn't matter which direction it's facing because it's a lavalier mic, right? And it's wireless. So this is actually a pretty good scenario. And also this can work the same way if you have it on a top handle rig. So this same top handle has the same attachment either here if you're not using the monitor, which you should, or on either side. Will probably be on the way of the monitor. or you can have it actually here and here. So there's like 4 potential mounts that you can utilize to plug in this lavalier mic or anything else in this way. Well, that was it. I just wanted to share these possible rig and setups with you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more, and see you next time. Peace.